welcome back to the podcast. It's so good to have you here today. And I know today you are going to be putting me in the hot seat. You're going to be hosting this episode. So, how are you feeling about it?
Yeah, I'm actually really excited. I was literally just saying before how I've been wanting to do one of these for a while now, so I'm actually glad that I managed to get onto one, and I'm excited to ask you lots of good questions to get to know you better.
Oh my goodness. Well, I am so excited. So, how many times have you been on the podcast? You've been on twice, I think.
Yes, twice before, and then this one will be my third one.
This is
Yeah.
your third. Amazing. So I think a lot of people have probably listened to the first two where you came on and shared more about your journey building your jewelry brand. But for anyone who doesn't know who you are, do you want to give them a quick little intro so they have a little bit more context?
Yeah, definitely. So I'm Emily. I hand make clay jewelry for sensitive souls to remind them that they deserve to be seen and to spark conversations as well. So it's polymer clay jewelry, and I am based in the UK. I started during lockdown, so back in like 2020, when lots of other people started their hobbies as well. But yeah, I've kind of just carried on with it because it's been a really good like creative outlet for me, and I've really enjoyed it. And it's kind of turned into a business that I am going to be moving into full time at the end of this year, which I'm really excited about. So yeah, that's me.
I am so excited for you. Yeah, this is such a milestone,
I know,
to be
yeah,
going full time into your jewelry business, saying goodbye to the corporate world.
yeah,
Um, How long? So you've been doing this since 2020. So yeah, a couple of years, but not that long. And so to be going full time,
yeah.
that's super exciting. What would you say is the thing you're most excited about when it comes to going full time?
I think having more time to actually do stuff, because I I did start in 2020, but I didn't start taking it seriously until I'd say like 2023. So last year? Last April, I moved to doing 4 days a week
Mhm.
for my day job, and even just like getting that one extra day, I feel like I've been able to like push the business forward by a lot. So by doing like full time, then I'm just gonna have like so much more time on my hands, and like really be able to like do a lot of stuff that's been on my to-do list forever, and like explore lots of different avenues that I've been wanting to try out. So yeah, I'm just really excited to like get into things.
Oh my gosh, I can't wait. I can't wait to see how things move because I know you're already crushing it and it's just going to grow from there. So I'm so excited for you. We'll have to do
Thank
another
you.
episode, an update
Oh
episode,
yeah, yeah,
like 3 months into being full time because it's quite a
yeah.
transition. But what I love is how you've done this so intentionally and so sustainably. And not just like jumped headfirst like I
Mm.
did many years ago, but you've like actually like there's a plan, there's a strategy here, like, and so you're able to be super excited. So I love
Mm.
that. Emily, I'm going to hand the reins over to you and you
Okay.
can kick us off.
Okay, I have like different themes of questions, but I wanted to start off with more of like the life related questions, because I know that
Mhm.
in the past you've mentioned that you there was a phase in your life where you like grew up shy, and I like really related to that when you mentioned that. So I wanted to ask, like, how did you overcome that to kind of get to where you are today? Because you feel it seems like you're a really confident person. So yeah, how did you kind of get to where you are now?
Oh my goodness. I love this question because, yeah, it's a big misconception. I think it's probably one of the biggest misconceptions most people have about me from seeing me now. People who didn't know me from before, they just think like being on camera, talking, like taking up space, being confident is something that is just naturally me. Like I've always been able to talk to people, I've always been comfortable doing all these things. And that couldn't be further from the truth because my whole entire life, I was the quietest, shyest little girl growing up. Like I was so quiet. I was like the little mouse in the classroom, could hardly like use my voice enough to even answer questions when the teacher asked something like, if I did talk, it was like at a whisper, it was super quiet. And I was just extremely reserved. I would say my approach through school, through high school even, was like, how do I walk into a room and be invisible? Like, how do I walk in and be invisible? Don't want anyone to notice me. Don't want anyone to talk
Yeah.
to me. If they talk to me, I'm like, what if I say something wrong? Like, I was just extremely shy, extremely reserved, and really just a people pleaser deluxe. Like, just wanted people to kind of like me, just like fit in, but like be invisible, fitting in that way.
Yeah.
And I remember really struggling in school. Like, I moved schools a lot because we moved countries a lot. And my first year when we moved to when I went to high school, my first year of high school was in a brand new school in a brand new country. And, you have all these expectations for what high school is going to be like. And, you're like, oh, I'm going to make these friends and this is going to happen and stuff. And my first 2 weeks at that school was absolute hell. I remember going home one day in tears and just telling my mom, I'm done. I'm not going back to school. Like, this is it. Because I was so quiet, I was so shy, and sometimes that puts you in a place where people are going to pick on you. So I
Yeah.
unfortunately had this group of girls that chose me as like their kind of victim. And so I went through high school. Obviously, I was forced to go back. I ended up repeating a whole year of high school, not because my grades weren't good, but because I was like, I'm not going to survive with this group of girls in my year group coming for me all the time. And I was like, I absolutely can't do it. So my shyness, my like reservedness caused a lot of friction in my life in a lot of ways because I didn't learn to stand up for myself. I didn't learn to, um, you know, like even connect with people in the way I wanted to connect with them because I was just holding myself back. And I remember at one point I moved schools from one high school to another. And I was like, oh my gosh, I am not having a repeat of that other move where I was like suddenly just like thrown in and I was kind of in this really bad position. So I was like, I'm going to research this. I am going to research how to show up as like who I am in school and how to show up and talk to people and how to show up in a slight, like just your body language and how you frame things. And I researched it and I was like, great, I'm going to show up like this. And it's so funny because I walked into that school. I made so many friends instantly. Nothing I was doing was like in my nature, but I was like, I'm going to fake it till I make it. And that was like a big switch for me because I realized that sometimes we tell ourselves these stories that I'm just a shy person, like none of these things are things I can do. I'm just naturally quiet, all these things, I'm very reserved. But actually, like those stories, I mean, they may be true, but they don't have to be true. We can also choose to rewrite those stories about ourselves. And I think it was just a really eye opening thing for me to recognize like, I don't have to be the shy person. Like I can be something else. Like I don't want to like attach those labels to myself anymore. And in saying that, if you still met me, I was still quiet, I was still reserved, but like nothing compared to before. And I was more open to talking to people. And the impact that had on my last year of high school was significant because I was more connected to people. I had so much more fun. And then that went into university. And now, university, obviously, I went in with a different energy. And sorry, you're getting the full story,
No,
Emily.
I yeah, I like the details.
I had this realization a few days ago, actually, in hearing another podcast about this woman who nearly died and then changed her life. And I was like, something clicked for me because what happened when I went to university is 1 month in, I got extremely sick, ended up in isolation in the hospital for a week and nearly died. Like I was in and out of consciousness. It was like an episode of Grey's Anatomy. Like all the doctors were there, all the experts, everyone, they were calling in other experts. They had no idea what to do. They just pumped me full of everything. And they did eventually work out what was wrong. But like it was just by chance that I survived that. And it was so crazy because you go to university kind of feeling invincible, kind of feeling like you have time, kind of feeling like you're always going to be young and you're always going to have time to like do the things you want to do. And I remember like recovering from that and suddenly realizing like, oh my goodness, like I nearly died. That was nearly the end. And I haven't done any of the things I want to do in life. Like I haven't done any of the things. And that kind of pushed me to like start pushing myself outside my comfort zone more and more. And then I went into the corporate world and, slowly was pushing those comfort zones as well. And then starting my jewelry business. Like I tried to hide my face starting it. I didn't post my face on content or anything because I was like, I can do this as a faceless brand. And that did not last long at all. And I started realizing, no, I need to start showing my face. And then the next step was like talking to the camera, which I could do like for 5 seconds at a time. Then it was shooting B-roll. Then it was like doing all this thing. And then it was getting judgment from people. But my favorite thing about business and my favorite thing about building my jewelry business is how it like really impacted the version of me that I've become. Like it fast tracked me learning to use my voice, learning to take up space, being okay with rejection, being okay with people judging me, being okay with people thinking I'm cringy, learning to stand up for myself. It's just been an accelerator for growth and an accelerator for taking up space and shifting out of that shy version of myself that I lived in for so many years. And so yeah, that's been the journey and it's just kind of gone from there. But yeah, if you asked me when I was younger, if I ever thought I'd have a podcast, if I ever thought I'd be visible online, if I ever thought I'd even be able to record a video for 1 minute talking, I would have said absolutely not. Like absolutely no chance at all.
Yeah, that's crazy. Like I feel like I relate to your story so much because I feel like I've been like in the same situation, especially with like the high school thing and yeah, high school and sixth form. Like I was so quiet. I would just like sit in class and like not say anything.
Mm-hmm.
And there, I think I've told this story before in one of my podcast episodes, but I remember like in the final year in the English class, we were just like doing group work, and there was someone who's in my group who had been like in the same English class since like year seven, so like for what, like 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, "Oh, Emily, I've never heard you speak before, even though we had been in the same class for that long." That's how quiet I was. It was so, like when I think back to it now, it's like crazy how
Mm-hmm.
quiet I was because I'd literally like not say a word. And yeah, it's just crazy like to see like how far I've come as well. Like I feel like the jewelry business has really like pushed me out of my comfort zone as well, and like explored like different things that I didn't think that I'd be able to do. So even with like, yeah, showing my face on Instagram and like just, yeah, like you said, like talking to the camera, that definitely felt like uncomfortable at the beginning, but now it feels quite natural. And
Mm-hmm.
it's really weird because on the business Instagram page, I'm like happy to do all that stuff. But then when I think about like doing a video of me talking on like my personal page, it feels weird. But it's just like the different audience and like that connection. But yeah, it's really inspiring to hear your story and like how you've kind of had different events where you've like pushed yourself out of your comfort zone to kind of be the person who you want to be. And like even hearing about you like doing that research and like figuring out how you can actually be that person, that's crazy how like you were in that mindset at such a young age to kind of want to see that change. Because I remember like when I was younger, I didn't think that it would even be possible to like step out of like my shyness or like quiet self. Like I just thought that was just me forever.
Mm-hmm.
And I wouldn't be able to like talk to strangers or like have conversations for like, I don't know, longer than 2 minutes. So it's crazy how like life changes. But yeah, it's really interesting to hear how you've like gone through that journey as well.
Yeah, it's so fascinating when we look back and we see how much we evolve and we grow
Yeah,
into like I like to think of like a more authentic version of ourselves because
yeah,
we've just been it's not that before we weren't authentic, it's that we had all these walls up. And so
Mm.
it's like lowering those walls and learning like it's okay to be disliked. It's okay to take up space. Like we're worthy of taking up space. We're worthy of using our voice. It's probably my favorite thing that I see with clients in the JBA is the shift in belief of how worthy we
Yeah.
are to take up space, use our voice. Like that just impacts not only your sales, but it also impacts your relationships. It impacts your quality of life. And yeah, it's my favorite thing to see with our clients.
Yeah, it definitely like translates into the personal life as well. So definitely agree with that. One of my other questions actually linked to this was if you went back in time and could give yourself one piece of advice who was still in that like shy phase, what
Hmm.
would you say to your old self?
Oh, goodness. This is a really good question. I've never thought of this before. If I could go back to my younger, shy self, I would probably say like do things that make you uncomfortable, like do take little steps every day. So don't jump off and go think like you have to do anything crazy, but start taking small tolerable steps every day to like practice using your voice. So that can be like, this sounds so silly, but even things like when somebody asked me my opinion on like what color dress I liked more or anything, I didn't want to have an opinion on anything because I didn't want to be wrong. And you can't be wrong on stuff like that. Like your opinions, you can't be wrong on.
Yeah.
So it's even little things like in your day to day, noticing like, okay, where are you just like holding back even having an opinion? Like start learning your own opinions on things.
Mm.
And that is going to slowly translate. But the other thing I tell myself to do is go and do drama or go and work with a coach.
Oh,
I
interesting.
I wish I'd done that earlier. Now, here's an interesting thing. In year 10, I decided we had to choose our subjects, and I decided, you know what, I'm done. I'm super shy, I'm super quiet. I want to do drama because I want to start pushing, like I want to start getting comfortable using my voice and taking up space. And do you know that the drama teacher went to my parents and she was like, I'm not taking Robin in my class because she's going to lower the average grade.
That's crazy. Oh my
And
God, I
she's
can't
like,
believe
she
it.
should go do something else. Like, she should do science, whatever. And I was already doing science and stuff. But she's like, yeah, no, she's going to fail. Like, she's not going to do well. Go get her to do another thing, because the teacher was only interested in grades. And that's where I have a huge problem with the school system, which we
Yeah.
won't even get into. But I
Yeah.
remember having to fight to be in the class. And I had to say, well, that's why I want to be in this class. Like, I know this is a weak spot. I know this is something I want to get better at. I'm not going into drama because I want to be an actress. I'm going into drama because I'm wanting to practice the life skills of talking, of using my voice, of being seen, of being vulnerable. And eventually I got in. I ended up doing pretty well. But again, it was like, it's one of those things where it's sometimes you lose perspective in the school system, I think, because the
Yeah.
focus is so much around grades and it's
Great.
not like
Yeah.
life skills. Like let's look at
Yeah,
what's going to help
definitely.
you grow. It would have even be better for me to have done that and completely failed, because it would have helped me slowly build those skills. So yeah, I don't know if that's the best advice, but that's what I would go back and
That's
say.
really good. Yeah, no, I think the opinion one is similar to me because I remember like I feel like I was quiet because I didn't have like a lot of opinions about different things. So it was like hard to join into conversations because like I just wouldn't have anything to say because I didn't have opinion on like different things. So I think that's a really good piece of advice. And
Yeah.
then yeah,
And
just
sorry to add to that, Emily, because I've thought about this a lot. And there's obviously so much that goes into like a shyer child. Like, there's a lot of like just naturally children maybe are raised shyer, but there's also an element of quiet children and like children that just follow all the rules and everything, which is very much me, like the easiest child possible. You get a lot of positive feedback from doing that. Like parents love you, teachers love you, like the society is not rejecting you in any way. But when you are showing up in that way, it's because you don't feel safe to show up any other way. And so that's something that I've thought about a lot, because it's like when you're raising children, you actually want them to feel safe to use their voice, to have opinions, to be difficult, to be fiery.
Yeah.
And you want them to feel so safe that they can go out there and like not be a nightmare child, but be a little challenging,
Yeah.
because that way they're building confidence. And that I think is so much more important.
Yeah, definitely. It's like having that confidence to have your own voice and be able to like say what you want to say. Yeah.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I really that's really good advice. Okay. I have another question around let's see. Did you experience imposter syndrome when you first started your jewelry business, and how did you deal with it?
Oh yeah. So many times. So many times. It's funny the labels we put on ourselves. Again, when I started my business, I didn't see myself as a designer, a maker, anything, because I I didn't plan to be making my jewelry. I thought I'd just purchase and rebrand and resell, or then I was like, I'll design and I'll make, I'll design and get someone else to manufacture and then I'll sell it. But then I ended up really loving the process of designing, really loving the process of making. And yeah, I'm not the most talented designer at all. It's more like putting things together. But that label of business owner and designer, like I felt so much imposter syndrome around that for a very, very long time. And I remember at one point, actually, I was invited to Toronto Fashion Week to be a featured brand, and they only had like 12 featured brands there. Um, for this huge for Toronto Fashion Week, and I remember being like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Like I had just launched a brand new collection that I had designed and made, so it was like so exciting, perfect timing, spent forever creating this gorgeous display. I got there on the day of, and the organizers had seen me at other events, so they knew how my displays typically looked, and I did typically get the best spot at a lot of display venues, because number one, I talk to everyone who comes in. I make everyone feel welcome. I make them feel seen. And my displays were just like very eye catching. So I got given a prime spot at Toronto Fashion Week for this whole 1 week event. And I remember like one of my friends actually coming up to me. She was another jewelry designer. She was about 15 years older than me. And she came to me and she's like, I don't understand why you're even here. You're not even a real designer.
Oh my
And I was
gosh.
like, oh, cool. Thank you. And it's funny because that actually, for my past self, who was so shy, who was so scared of the world, who felt like an imposter just being a person taking up space in the world, quite honestly, when I heard that, it actually did the opposite. It actually made me think like, oh, I must actually be onto something here. The fact that she feels threatened by this and she feels uncomfortable by this, and it just says more about her than me. So that was actually the first time I started to flip, and I was like, you know what? I had a moment of pause because I was so taken aback, and I was like, I can decide to let this comment eat away at me and and like feel like I shouldn't be here and I'm not a real designer, even though I designed and made these pieces and I'm here at Fashion Week selling. And I can just like hide away and feel like when I'm talking to people, I shouldn't really be talking to them and all that. Or I can just be like, you know what? That's her thing to deal with. And show up as the designer I am. And again, it came down to body language, what I was wearing, how confident I was. And I was like, no, I'm a designer. I'm at Toronto Fashion Week. I'm going to talk to people and sell this jewelry. And I did so, so well. And I think that was the flipping point for when I actually just was like, you know what? Forget what everyone else thinks. I'm done trying to make people comfortable, done trying to make them happy. It is what it is. And I'm just going to kind of embrace this.
Yeah, that's crazy that like a friend would say that. And like it was the organizers who chose you to be there anyway. So that's crazy.
It was a
Yeah.
wild time. And then she copied my display for the next thing, which again, it doesn't no shade, but I'm just like, it's just a reminder to us sometimes when people send negative comments your way, it's nothing to do with you, it's everything to do with them. So it's just
Mm,
like one of those things. But yeah, that was like a pivotal moment because I was kind of forced by the universe to be like, are you going to double down on like embracing this new title of designer and stuff, or are you gonna keep shrinking?
Yeah, yeah, it's definitely that mindset thing. It's learning how to like shift that perspective, I guess. And I think it's definitely something that a lot of people and a lot of like new jewelry business owners struggle with. So it's kind of good to hear that you can kind of eventually get over it. But it takes time, I guess, to learn to have that flipping mindset.
Mm-hmm. A hundred
Yeah.
percent.
Okay. One of my other questions was around celebrating milestones, and having your own business kind of means that you can celebrate milestones however you want. So, what is your favorite way to celebrate milestones in your business?
Oh my gosh. Okay. So, you know what's funny is we're always talking about milestones and wins in the JBA. Like every coaching call, we end with hearing everyone's wins for the week. Every Wednesday, everyone's sharing their wins. There's no lack of wins. And I'm always like, guys, remember to celebrate because my experience is we set these goals, they feel unreasonable, we hit them, and the minute we hit them, we're not stopping to celebrate. We're already shifting the goalpost, and we're like, oh, I said I was going to hit 100,000, now I want 150,000, and we're just like never content. And it's so so important, and I didn't do this on the in the early stages of my business, and so I really try and embrace it now, is looking at all the little milestones and celebrating them all, whether that's being like, I'm going to go for a little coffee to celebrate this, or a little walk, or I'm going to have a picnic on the beach with friends, or whatever it is. So right now, when we have like milestones, which like a recent milestone is the retreat, we're busy selling
Oh,
tickets for the
yeah.
retreat. We have an incredible guest coach joining us. Like, we haven't even done the retreat yet, we're still in the prep phase, but like the amount of like exciting milestones we've hit just in this. My favorite way to celebrate is like taking a little picnic to the beach, leaving my phone at home, and just like,
Oh.
yeah, I leave my phone at home a lot now, and it's game changing. Like every time most evenings, I try leave it at home.
Yeah,
It makes a world of difference because part of me, old me, used to be like, oh my God, content, but also I just need a break. So I leave my phone at home. We take a really nice picnic down to one of the more private beaches, set up a picnic blanket, maybe take books, and then just swim and eat and lie in the sun and watch the sunsets behind the mountains. And that's my favorite way to celebrate.
that sounds so cool. Like that, it's so handy that you have like a beach right at your doorstep to
Oh
be
my
able to
gosh.
do that.
We have
Yeah.
so many beaches like within even a 15-minute drive. So I can walk to one, but the ones that I celebrate at are always a little drive
Yeah.
away. And yeah, I'm very, very lucky to have that. How do you
Oh,
celebrate,
that's awesome.
Emily?
I I feel like I don't really celebrate the wins. I should start doing it. I didn't even celebrate getting like the whole sale order, so I'm due a celebration.
Oh, you do a lot of celebrations. You have your first trade show celebration, your wholesale orders that just came through
Yeah,
celebration,
yeah,
you're going full time in your business
yeah, that's true.
pre-celebration.
Yeah.
Like, okay, you're gonna have to fill me in on what you
I need
decide
to
to
have
do.
like a party.
Oh my gosh, yes.
That would be funny.
That'd be
Yeah,
so
maybe
much
I should
fun.
have a party like on my last day of my corporate job.
You know what? I would do a going full time into your business party and sell jewelry at that
Yeah,
event.
yeah. Oh, that would be a good one. Yeah, for
Yes.
sure. But
But then we'll have
norm,
to also do another party to like recover from the party. So it's a lot.
yeah,
You got a lot on
yeah.
your plate.
I mean, I like going out for meals, so maybe it would
Hmm.
just be like having a nice meal at like a Thai restaurant because I love Thai food. So yeah, either going for a Thai meal or going for sushi. Those would be my
Oh,
two ways to celebrate.
I love that. That's the best.
Yeah, food is always good.
Always.
Let's see what other questions we have. Let's do some non-business related ones.
Sounds like
Um,
a plan.
I know that you spent some time in the UK in the past. So, what was your favorite thing about the UK, and would you ever come back to visit?
Ooh, okay, yes. You know what? I am obsessed with the UK. I lived in Wales for 3 years when I was at
Oh,
university. I was in Aberystwyth, so it's like a tiny town. You have to take like a 7 hour bus from London to get there. It's on the coast, nestled in the mountains. It's actually on one level kind of similar to where I live now, but much more university vibe, and then surrounded by like
Oh,
these gorgeous green fields with sheep, and it's just beautiful. And I had the best 3 years there, like hands down the best 3 years. And part of that was university lifestyle. Like, there's nothing better than university. It's so much fun. And it's kind of why I love entrepreneurship, because you get the same lifestyle, but I'm not staying up till 3 in the morning partying. Like, I'm like in bed by 9.
yeah.
So, my favorite things about the UK, there's just, oh my gosh, so much that I love. I think my favorite thing is the people. Like,
Oh, interesting.
yeah, British people, like, all my friends, I have so many friends who are British from uni. They still live in the UK. I have been back to visit, but I find they're very genuine, like very genuine and very authentic and very easy to connect with deeply and very easy to make friends. Like, it's so easy to make friends in the UK. And this might sound crazy if you've never lived in different countries, but I've lived in a lot of countries, and the UK is hands down the easiest to make friends. There's not
Really?
really cliques like there
Yeah.
are in Canada and the US. Like, cliques aren't a thing.
Mm,
And they're not scared of offending people, which is also what I love, because when you are speaking from a way of like, oh, I want to like tiptoe, which happens in some societies where people want to tiptoe so as not to hurt people's feelings or not to say something wrong or whatever it is, you lack some depth sometimes. And in the UK, they have a great sense of humor. They're hilarious. It's so easy and it's so fun, and they're very passionate about like the things that they're all into. So yeah, the people is like the number one thing I miss. I think the other thing I miss is the sense of history and the beauty, because like all the buildings, like they're beautiful. They have like this history, the little like roads, the little streets, the little hedges. I mean, everything's so gorgeous. So I love that, because I love Canada so much, but it's like a lot of new builds, which is great. I
mm,
mean, I live
yeah.
in a new build, but I miss that sense of like history and like
Yeah.
established places
Yeah.
more. It's
Yeah. I love like the British countryside.
Yeah, it's so
Yeah.
beautiful. Like the Cotswolds. Oh my
Oh my
gosh.
God, I love the Cotswolds and the Lake
So beautiful.
District as
Oh my
well.
gosh. Yeah. I've been both of those places. I wanted to move. I was like, oh my gosh. So will I be back? 100% yes, because all my friends are actually now having babies and stuff. So I went
Oh, that's
back
cute.
for some weddings, but I'll be going back for to like to
Oh,
visit at some point. So I'll let you know.
oh, that would be so cool. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. We need to do like a UK meetup because, yeah, there's like other JBA members in the UK as well. So that would be so
Yeah.
cool.
We're getting more and more, especially in London.
Yeah, definitely. That would be so cool. Okay, next question. I know you love a matcha latte, but if it didn't exist, what would be your next go-to drink?
Oh, Emily, I have some sad news for you.
Oh no.
I had to cut out matcha lattes like 2 months ago. It
Oh
has been a
no, why?
sad time. I don't know. I'm just doing tests with my doctor, but basically the matcha, it's got caffeine. I don't have any coffee or any caffeine or whatever. And
Ah,
it was like affecting iron absorption or anxiety or whatever. And I was
oh
like, she's like,
no.
you have to cut it. And I was like, this is healthy, but no. So we're doing a test. I've had to cut it. And let me tell you, there is no replacement. It's not the same living without my matcha. So I'll have it like once every 2 or 3 weeks. But I've tried chai latte. I find it a bit too sweet.
Mm.
Herbal tea doesn't cut it. So anyone listening who has a solution, send me a DM, because I don't know. I don't know what it is.
Oh, that's so sad. I know I've been seeing lots of reels around how having too much matcha can be bad for you, but that's so sad that
Yeah.
you've had to cut it out.
Yeah. So, I mean,
Yeah.
I might bring it back, but right now we're doing it. We're testing without it. So yeah, it's a really sad time. I think the saddest thing is that I felt like it was healthy, And it was just the ritual. Like it got me out the house so
Mm,
early in the morning because I loved just going and getting my
yeah.
matcha, which started my day in a really good way. So it's
Yeah.
the ritual and routine that I miss the most. And
So
for anyone,
what do you get now then when you go to your coffee shop?
I alternate every time. Sometimes I get market spice tea, ginger and peach rooibos, sometimes chai latte, but I'm struggling with like what milk to get because again, don't
Mm,
want fake milks, don't want real milk. So it's like, what are my options?
yeah.
So yeah, I know that that's probably something I struggle with, but I also try not to be rigid with because I've been very rigid in the past where it got so stressful to go to coffee shops and I'm like, I don't like I'll just have whatever even if it's got
Yeah.
sugar in sometimes because I'm like life is too short.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, what's your go-to drink? Maybe I can steal yours.
Well, I mean, it depends. Normally, it's either a matcha or a chai or just like a regular latte
Mm,
with caramel syrup.
nice.
But I also love bubble tea, which has too much sugar in. I lived off that at uni, but now I've cut it down.
Oh my gosh, I've
But
never
yeah.
had bubble tea. I need to try at some
What? Oh
point.
my God.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I
I
think it
need to
would
try it.
be if you don't like sweet stuff, you might not like it, but it's good to try once, I think.
I will for sure. I
Yeah,
will.
definitely. Okay, so my next question, it might be a difficult one, but if your business had a theme song, what would it be? It's a bit of a random
Ooh,
question.
the Jewelry Business Academy theme song. Well,
Yeah.
now you've just given me an idea. I kind of want to get ChatGPT to write us a theme song, but um, you know what? I think I have a song for the retreat, which is
Oh,
the
no
one that I
way.
use for a lot of our promos for the retreat because it's honestly probably one of my favorite songs ever. And I feel like it reflects the vibe and feeling of the retreat so well. And it's the Good Life song by One Republic, I think.
Oh, interesting.
I love it. And then for the Jewelry Business Academy, I'd say it's Unstoppable. Know that
That's a
I'm
good one.
unstoppable. I'm not going to
Yeah.
sing for you guys because if not, we'll lose listeners so quick.
Yeah, I know which song. That is a good one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like that's kind of the energy we want our clients to have when they're
Yeah.
growing their business is that feeling of being unstoppable and confident in what you're doing and not allowing people to stop you. So I think that
Mm,
really would be the song.
that's a really good one.
Yeah.
I have no idea what mine would be. I need to like think about it or ask ChatGPT for some ideas.
Yeah. Or write a new song.
Yeah, right, new song. Yeah, that's true. Um, let's see. I had one more question in this section. What's your favorite name that you've ever given to one of your jewelry pieces?
Ooh. You know what? You might be disappointed by this, but um I had I actually think it was this bracelet that I'm wearing. I think
Oh,
this was called my Just Peachy peach moonstone bracelet. So it was called Just Peachy and the marketing for it was so much fun because it was all about being just peachy summer, like golden vibes. So I really like that one. And yeah, I don't know, really was a
yeah.
thing for me.
Oh, I really like that name, Just Peachy. Yeah, it is a
Yeah,
vibe.
it was a vibe.
Definitely. Okay, shall we do some quick fire questions?
Sounds like a plan.
Okay. Who is your dream podcast guest?
Okay, I love this question. I think I shared this on a recent hot seat as well.
Oh, did you?
It hasn't been released yet while I'm talking
Okay.
about it. But my dream podcast guest would be Esther Perel.
Interesting.
Yeah,
What does
she's
she
on the
do?
list. She is a like relationship and human psychology kind of coach. She's. Have you heard any of her content?
I
Maybe.
haven't. No, no, I haven't.
Okay. Well, I am obsessed with her because she brings like a really deep and intuitive understanding of human behavior and relationships and communication and emotional nuance. And so what she teaches women mainly, or women and men, is about like boundaries and identity and connection in a way that's really relevant for everyone in relationships, but also especially for us when we are entrepreneurs and we blur the lines between like so many like boundaries and all of that stuff. So
Mm,
I just love her. I think she's
oh,
just extremely insightful. And
yeah.
even things where you're like, oh, I think I know the answer. Like she has a different perspective on so many things that I think, and like such a profound perspective. So yeah, I really love her.
Yeah, that sounds like it'd be a really interesting episode.
It would be
Definitely.
so good. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, sweet or savory snacks?
Savory.
Ah, yeah, I thought you'd say that. Mountain or beach holiday?
Beach. Well, because I live in the mountains. So
That's true, yeah. Yeah. Favorite holiday destination?
St. Martin, hands down.
Ooh.
I've been there a couple of times now. The water is crystal clear blue. You can literally see fish swimming around you. We saw sea turtles swimming with us. The beaches are beautiful. It's a small island. It's safe. It's very friendly, and the food is like next level.
I've not
It's
heard of
just
it before. Where is it?
it's in the Caribbean somewhere.
Oh,
Yeah,
interesting.
it's a tiny island. It takes 4 hours to drive around it, but I've been there now a handful of times. And to be fair, we've decided we're not going back for a while because when I find something I love, like a song or a food or whatever, I just like listen to it or eat it or whatever till I'm over it. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I need to keep that, but also you I'm really interested in how do we slow down time? Because quite honestly, I often find that like time is going so fast. Like even this year, it's just flying by, and feel sometimes like life is flying by. So I'm really into like how do you slow down time? And one of the ways you slow down time is by going to new places and doing different things because it rewires your brain pathways. It like creates new pathways. Whereas when you go back to the same place, you already know all that's all, you know where breakfast is, you know where these beaches are, you know the whole game plan. So your brain isn't creating new pathways. So one of the things that I'm wanting to do is like every time you go on a trip, push myself to actually not go to places that I know I love, but like try new places.
Mm.
And it slows down time because even when you look back and you're like, oh yeah, I remember going to this place, but if you went to somewhere multiple times, all those trips merge into once,
Ah, yeah, that's
you
a good
know.
point. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a really good point.
Yeah.
I need to Google St. Martin's now just to
Oh
see
my
what it
gosh,
looks like.
you will love it, Emily. It's the best. Like
Does it have like warm seas to swim
warm.
in?
Yeah, we it's so
Ah,
warm. And my favorite beach was, I think it's called Mullet Bay. Super clear water, really nice beach, and there's just fish swimming around you, and like the
oh,
water's warm. So yeah, it's a vibe.
I
And
love
then
that.
the best part is they have these mahi mahi. It's like these fish burgers on the beach. Best burgers I've ever had in my life, hands down. So yeah, it's the best.
I'm gonna have to book a flight to St. Martin's now.
Mhm.
Okay, favorite movie or TV show?
Oh goodness. Oh, Schitt's Creek.
Oh, I've
Schitt's
actually
Creek.
never seen it.
Oh my gosh, Emily, you are missing out. I've watched it twice now. Um, it's just the best. Like there's nothing quite like it. If you're going to watch from the beginning, the first few episodes were a struggle to get into, but once you're in, it's so sad when it ends. It's just they have such great characters. It's so funny. It's so cute. It's so heartwarming. And it's also kind of real. Like you see some of like the family dynamics and stuff. I just love it. Yeah.
Oh, it's on Netflix, right?
It was. I don't know if it
Oh,
still
it
is. It
was.
might still
Ah,
be. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to see
Take a
if
look.
that's yeah. What's your most used emoji?
I think the pink heart.
Oh, yeah, pink
Little
heart.
heart with the three hearts. Yeah.
Podcasts or music while you're working?
Ooh. Usually music.
Same, yeah.
Yeah.
What's your least favorite business task?
Least favorite business task. This is a great question. I think it would have to be anything around the having tech glitches on our systems and
Mm,
having to fix it. And our team is usually helping, but like sometimes I just have to do some things and like you have to be on the phone with someone or anything like that. I'm like, this is not a vibe.
yeah, yeah,
But
very stressful as well.
yeah, it can be, it can have its moments.
Yeah. Last quick fire question. Voice notes or long messages?
Oh, voice notes, 100%. Yeah. Everyone in
Really?
my life mainly gets voice notes.
I can never bring myself to do a voice note.
Oh, Emily, it's game changing. So, anyone listening to this who has resistance around voice notes, I used to until I had somebody who was like, you can only voice note me. I don't like reading and like having to type. I like to, and so I was like, okay. So, I started voice noting, and it's a really good way to practice using your voice. I actually get, I just told someone on my team recently because they're developing their skills in certain things. And I was like, I want you to actually voice note me every time you message me because I need you to practice using your voice.
Mm.
And it makes a huge difference. So practice using your voice.
Yeah, no, that's a really good point. Yeah, because I guess like when you're typing, you like think about what you have to type and then like sometimes you then delete and then
Yeah.
redo, but then voice note
Yeah.
is just like
You just
doing it straight
share,
away. Yeah.
you're comfortable taking up space. Yeah. Voice note all the way.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
like short, not, well,
sure.
like,
Not like a 5 minute one.
if someone sends me a 15-minute voice note, I might have to save that for like 6 weeks down the line.
Yeah. Or like times two speed when you're listening to it.
Always. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that was all the questions that I had.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much, Emily. This was so much fun. Thanks for coming
Yeah,
and
definitely.
hosting. And I know we're going to have listeners wanting to follow along and connect with you. So, where can our listeners find you and support you?
Yeah, so I'm on Instagram. You can search for at July Studio Creations or on my website, julystudiocreations.com. So yeah, either of those places.
Perfect. Thank you so much. We will link those in the show notes. And yeah, I want to bring you back on when you are full time in your business so we can hear all of your updates.
Yeah, I'm excited. But yeah, I would love to come back and chat about my experience and yeah, see how things go.
Oh my gosh, I love it. Well, thank you again so much, Emily.
Thank you. It was really fun to chat to you.